Hi, this is Rachelle, and I am going to try and dye this fabric for another project that I'm working on. It's part of the composition notebook, the coffin shaped one, and I need a piece of fabric for the spine, and I didn't want to just use a plain fabric. So I chose this because it has a pattern on it, and I am hoping that when I add my color, I'm going to try and use these distress stains, Tim Holtz distress stains. These are a bit of a throwback. I've had them in my stash for a while. So I'm going to test out aged mahogany, ground espresso, and candied apple. I want a red color. I want to see if I can get the patterns to still show through, but just change the color. So to start, I haven't done this with this type of fabric before. So to start, I'm just going to wet the fabric so that the stain will absorb. I could have just took this to the sink. That would have made more sense. But since we're here, let's do this. And anything that I can link to, that I can find, I will link to it in the description box below. So you can check it out if you want. I know you can probably hear the washing machine and the dryer going. My craft lab is right next to the laundry room, and it's always laundry day here. Somebody's always doing laundry. Okay, I don't think that's soaking wet. I think it's pretty wet. Let's do some more. Okay, so I'm going to start with candied apple. I hadn't even used this one at all, so yeah, open it up. So then I'm going to take one of my spatulas that I've used with paint. It's kind of grungy, but I'm not going to worry about it. Too tough. It's fine. All right, here we go. So I don't know. This is what it looks like when you first open it. I'm going to squeeze or press. Oh, all right. So what I was hoping might happen. And I'm doing a piece a lot bigger than what I actually need. So I hope that I'll have some left over for something else. Okay. Spray some more water to help spread that out a little bit. Do I even need the spatula? Just seeing how much is leaking through on the back side. All right, let's add another color because I don't want it to just be flat, but I don't want to go too dark either. Probably need to use some sprays. I may have made a mistake using it straight from the bottle, but let's go over it with, what is this? Aged mahogany. Ooh, the little pad came off. This is really old, so I'm not surprised. There we go. Okay. I think this one is the best. So let's use that to blend it out. All right, so I'm feeling like I want to take another piece of fabric to absorb some of the moisture because I don't want that to just dry and all that extra color to go to waste. So I'm trying to spread it out as much as I can, but I can tell that I have a lot of moisture there with some color in it. See that? Yeah, I need to absorb that with something else. So I'm going to get another piece of fabric. This is just a scrap piece of cotton that I've been tearing pieces off of. I'm going to use that to sop this up. I hope this works. Oh yeah, it's working. So I probably shouldn't be putting my hands in it. So I'm gonna have red fingers. Okay. What can I use to do this? I have a scraper. Ew. I know what I can use. Let's use the brayer. Let's use this one. So I think that is good. And I'm just gonna let this dry. Go wash my brayer, wash my hands. Take a bag and put it on my hand and do something here. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up everything. I'll probably take these outside to dry. And we'll look at the final dried fabric once it's finished. Okay, so here we are. I'm back. Everything is dry. I've actually ironed it. This is what just the plain cotton fabric looks like after it's been dyed. I did come back and add some of this acrylic ink that I had in red. I forgot about it. So I did add some of that to the main fabric because after it dried, it was lighter and it looked kind of pinky purpley. And I didn't like that, so I added a little of this. I did not record that part, but this is the acrylic ink. It's by Amsterdam. It's really liquid like ink, but it's very pigmented. So I used that and I just diluted it with water and rolled it on with the brayer. And then I did absorb the extra wetness with this cotton piece. But that is what that looks like, and I can use that. I don't like the flat color, just the red fabric. I wanted something grungy because it's going to be on a coffin journal for Halloween. So I wanted it to be grungy, but still be able to see the pattern. Now, I don't know if you can see the pattern. The lighting is weird. I don't know. I'm using my webcam, and I'm still working out the kinks with that. But hopefully you can see. I can see it better in person, but when I look at my monitor, it doesn't look the same. But it has some light spots, some dark spots. The really dark areas faded out. So if you need to dye some fabric, maybe use a little of the acrylic ink. And I use Distress Stains by Tim Holtz. If you want to see more experimental things like this, because I'm experimenting with things all the time behind the scenes, if you want me to share more experimental things like this, let me know in the comments and I will do that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and I'll holler at y'all next time. Bye.